So the D-line's going to spread out. This is Hood on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They run again with Hood. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run.
Key to tight end, key to tight end. We got 4. Come on,
Now Dobbs. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go. What? 90. 4 down. 4 down.
Now Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first and 10, Dobbs. And he will find his man on the outside. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Here we go.
On second down, Dobbs. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ohio. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
So second and goal here from the 9. They run here with Hood. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Single.
Now Ryan on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So second and 10 here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second and 10 now. Ryan into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down,
Here we go.
Check.
90.
Now Hood trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
95's the sand, though. Check his Mike.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, file it away, lad. File it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
You got him. You got him.
Red zone opportunity.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Flex round. Let's go. What? 90.
You got 4.
What? 90.
Kill.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Flex round.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Keep doing you.
Martavis Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So finally complete. His first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. On the carry, it's Hood. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
Let's go. What? 90.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
4 down.
To throw is Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Pushing his way into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Strong right.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Freeman. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Right. He's tight on the right.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
Throwing again, Ryan.
Hey. 4 down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Ready!
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go! What? 90!
Even.
Ohio! Ohio! Under 10! Under 10! 10!
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the charge offensively. And tough starting field position here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded at the 33. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Everyone's got 4.
Come on, let's go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Oh, let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That
Let's go.
puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And prior to this 3rd-and-2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Tight right. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in Week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here now come the Falcons. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Play action. It's Ryan. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Man left, man left. Hey, boys, got 4 down. Ready, ready. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go, defense. 54, sir. Let's go, defense.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And bulldozing his way through. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10 and 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
4 down, 4 down.
Come on, let's go. Grind 38.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Marshall in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go. Grind 38.
Downs is throwing. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On first down, Ryan. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
4 yards remaining now on second down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players. any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Falcons send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! What? 90! What?
Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go!
Everyone's got 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here we go! What? 90!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Dobbs. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Ryan to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Ready, ready, sit up.
We got four. We got four.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Get off the train tracks.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Let's go, Ohio!
Dobbs now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Now Dobbs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tight end right.
And some changes here as the D-line separates them. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Freeman again, a first down carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. From the shotgun, Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having 3 and 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, twisting away. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Strong right.
Let's go! 1, 9,
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back to throw, Dobbs. Going right side here, and that's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run.